Dun, da, da, da. Good morning. We have some fun stuff to show today. Our local briar dealer had some of the new briars in, which was exciting. I didn't pick up all of them, but I did get a couple of things to show you guys. One of them I wanted to make sure I picked out in person because I didn't want weird flaws in shading, and I'm kind of glad I did. I'll tell you why later. But I should say good morning to everybody here. We have Cindy. Good morning, Cindy. Teresa, good morning. Hey! We have Amy. Good morning, Amy. Deborah, good morning. Marcia, good morning. Tommy, good morning. You did make it. You made it on time. With time to spare. We just started. We have Jody, good morning. Brenda, good morning. Cool. Well, I'm excited. Let me just flip that back over so I can do the things. We have Alexa. Good morning, Alexa. I have some fun things that I've made to show you guys. No crazy sculptural peaks this time. I've shown you a few little things and given away a few little things, and I need to space it out because we're still a little bit of a ways away from Briarfest, so I don't want to give everything away in advance. It is the prepping week of the club, and all of that stuff is going together in boxes right now, which is really exciting. I've told you guys before that this medallion I'm really excited about. It is also as large as my head, which is now a scale. I'm looking at it right now. It has lots of hair. It is fantastic. Hopefully everybody really enjoys it. It is the result of the People's Choice, and that type of survey, I'm going to potentially resurvey you guys in a little bit, but some of the information from that will feed into some of the other releases coming up in the next little bit, which is very exciting. Especially we have people that had asked for specific swag items and treats, and I tried to make sure that I listened to as much of that as I could. And of course, whatever the subject matter is for the medallion. So, ta-da! I am also in very comfy pajamas. It even has a pocket. It's like the lightest hoodie on the face of the earth. Super, super happy. It's super comfy. Because when you're packing 5 bajillion boxes, you need comfort. I also have a delicious drippy mug to fuel my requirements for caffeine. We have Laura Brown. Good morning, Laura. Feeling better. So there's still a little twinge in the muscle, but Haley and her mom came to my rescue, and they had a muscle rub that they had recommended that has been working really, really well. So it's called Pain Be Gone. It's a homeopathic one that has arnica and stuff in it, and it seems to work even better than like your Rub A535 or Icy Hot stuff. I can definitely still feel that muscle is sore, but it is much, much better. I'm not requiring any pain management, which is good. And I can move most of my body. I even sneezed the other day, and while I braced it mostly, it didn't actually hurt at all. So also level up. Yay, I can sneeze and laugh, which is always good. We have Michelle. Good morning, Michelle, all the way on YouTube. Use that a lot in your line of work? Yeah, apparently it's Canadian only, and it's really, really handy. I love eucalyptus, so it has eucalyptus in it. It's got peppermint oil and a whole bunch of other good stuff in it to help your body heal itself as well as soothe the area, which is good. I definitely would highly recommend it. We have Katie. Good morning, Katie. Love pockets. They end up filled with hay. Yeah, my pockets end up filled with resin dust. Hey, when I go to the barn and hair, oh my god, there's so much hair. It's currently minus 5 bajillion, so we're a little better than we were. It's kind of gotten back to a normal-ish temperature, but we were at minus 40s, and that's the same for both Celsius and Fahrenheit. So minus 40s for a couple of days there, which was ridiculous because we had that in December and it went away. And I thought it was gone forever, and then now it's come back. So I ended up having to have the barn manager put Turbo's blanket on this time because I couldn't make it out. The roads were super icy, and it was crazy. But yeah, so hopefully that goes away and doesn't come back until next year or ever. That'd be great. Minus 40 is a little bit ridiculous. I was out shoveling. Our neighbors were away, and I was shoveling their sidewalk of snow because it had snowed like a foot. And they were away, so we were taking care of their walks for them, and I was just in like yoga pants. I'm like, why are my legs frozen? Because I didn't look at the temperature before I went out. I bundled up the rest of me, but my legs were like little ice cubes. It took a long time to defrost. No spank you to -40. I would agree. It's kind of crazy. Hey, Hin's here. Hello. Welcome to the stream. I am only streaming on YouTube and Facebook, and that is because Instagram has decided it doesn't want to connect at all. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm going to have to play around with some settings and see, but hopefully we don't make any Instagrammers too sad. I'll do a video just for Instagram after at some point, and then redirect them to here for all the fun spoilers, because I can only make so many things work, and I can only film so many times, and I can only redo this. Well, I'm not going to redo this, so thing. We have good evening as usual. Hello, Holly, all the way from the UK. We have, did I miss anybody? Yay for sneezing and laughing. Oh, Michelle has tips. Excellent. Yeah, so I'd pulled a muscle in my abdominals, and I half blame Darren, because now that I think back, she was like, here, do this ab exercise. It will be fine. And she didn't tell me it was like an advanced, crazy one. I probably should have used more of a beginner one, because I don't do just abs. And this was like, here, do these planks, and then do these things, and don't ever stop. Just keep going. And the lady doesn't even sweat during it. It's ridiculous. I have no idea. She's probably not human. But I need to move my body, considering I'm sentient most of the time doing the art things, and I'm curled up into a ball doing the biters, which is probably not a thing I should be doing. You can see the offending ponies kind of behind me, and one of the things I'm going to show you in a second. So we have peasing. Oh, what? Wait, I missed a thing. It's all fun and games until somebody starts laughing and peasing. Oh, yes. Females and bladder control. It's a thing. Do Kegels. I'm not going to explain that further on the stream. There are potentially children here. Let's see. Better than peeing while sneezing. Oh my goodness. Laughing so hard that the tears... Okay, we're going to leave the chat. Tears right down your legs. I'm going to distract you with pony things. So since there's a big pony thing behind me, I'll show you that. Wow. Sasha Ferris created a very, very pretty carousel for her Best Customs entry for Briarfest for last year. And this is one of the horses that was on it. It is a fantastically huge, again, we will use the scale of my head. Approximately the scale of my head. It's about the same size as a traditional Briar, which is crazy. It actually has a... Let's see if I can get a better picture. Oh, it's working today. Another whole side to its head, which causes extra complications when you're molding it. The horn was magnetic. She does give you an extra one just in case, but it's magnetic, so it pops right on his head, since it is kind of breakable and tiny. The horns on this type of armor were not big, huge honking unicorn horns. They were usually spiky, stabby things, so yeah. He's very, very cool. He's got a sword on his butt, and he's got a dragon. Let's see if I can get that to work. A knight. Let's see, there we go. See the little knight fighting his dragon? Very, very cool. So he's giant. He weighs a lot. The base is solid. That is solid resin. That is a lot of resin. And then he sits here on his pole. His pole does go down, so if you did want to put him right onto the ground, you could, and just chop off the little nib at the bottom. And he came with a whole bunch of really cool swag too, which is really neat. So she done her... This is the second piece in the series, and I believe she's doing all of them. There is a Egyptian Arab that's coming out that has a really cool tack set on it, and I think the other one's steampunk, and I think there's 4 in the set, maybe 5. So he's pretty cool. I believe that one's sold out now, but she did send swag. So if you're looking to see who the heck she is, that's Sasha. She also has amazing artwork on her site. I would highly recommend you checking her out. That is her information. Maybe I shouldn't show her phone number, but Da, 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 da. And in her swag pack, she sent a whole bunch of goodies, including a whole bunch of jewels. So all those sparkly things you can add to whatever you want. She's from France, so there's a whole bunch of cool, delicious treats that are foreign to me, including a peanut cookie, which does have a warning on it that does say it has peanuts in it. It is a De La Rose. See? Peanuts. I have not tried anything in the bag yet. And I don't know that I would try it on the stream. After the fish from the one Briarfest, yeah. That little dehydrated fish from Cara. This was the carousel. So she'd done this one originally. That was the first piece that she'd done for her series of medallions. And it was called The Time Machine. She included the little story, which is really cool. And then there's our boy, the original. And then there is a steampunk one. And then I believe that was the Egyptian Arab. And there was one more, the Pintui guy. So I think there's 5 on there. So we should see 3 more of these medallions. They're giant, so it's probably going to take her a little bit to sculpt them. I would imagine we would see more soon. And she sent a print. It's a lime green pony. He doesn't have, got resin dust on everything. Super talented artist. She does a whole bunch of really fantastical things. And then she has a couple of Arab prints that I want really badly because they're gorgeous. Like ridiculously gorgeous. I'll put that there. She also sent these to help with painting and dusting. That's like a crystal, rainbow crystal detail brush. And then this has a peacock on it, which is very important. It is also rainbow. She's like, this is for dusting him off when you go to show him or display him. It's purple on the tip. Makes me happy. So that was super fun. I like having boxes. I'll see if I can pull up her. I need her card to get her address right because I want to make sure I spell. Oh, it's Ferris horses. Hold on. Like Ferris wheel. But not. It's spelled with a P. Let's see if it'll pop up and I can show you guys. Dun, da, da, da. Oop, I spelled that wrong too. You can hear my extra clicky keyboard. Click, 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 click. Fattest horses. Alright, I'm going to show you guys my screen. So, she's got a whole bunch of her stuff on here. I'll just move this over so we can actually see what's going on. So there's a little bit about the artist. There is a gallery. She has look at this. Tons of amazing prints. I would highly recommend checking out her site. I will copy and paste that into the chat. I need a less clicky keyboard for the chat. So you guys can see I popped that in there. There's tons of, let's see, these are all not individual prints, but a whole section of artwork. So you can click on one. There's super trippy stuff, which is really neat. Like, look at that. So talented. And I love the ideas behind it. She's super fantastic. I can't remember which category the... Is it passion? These ones are cool. Super colorful. Can't remember which ones the Arabs are under. Maybe one's what? There we go. That one. I need that one. Sands of Time. There's a lot of really cool ones. There's kind of something for every aesthetic, which is really neat. And we're very lucky to have had her come in to the hobby. What she got in her store? fun to poke around. See, there's the crazy blue ones. There she is. I don't know that there's any model stuff available right this minute. The forest one's so pretty. So there's something for you guys to peek at, because she's got a lot of cool stuff. There's a fjord too. Oh, it's sold out. Yeah, so nothing sculptural it looks like right now. So she sold out of that guy, and then she'll have more coming. So there's another 3 horses in the set that'll be coming soon. So hopefully we get to see those soon, because that would be really fun. I will check in on the chat. Hi, Sally. There's a steampunk pony. Yeah, beware. It is hiding. Looks like it's a Lipizan or Andalusian. Super, super fun. And apparently it was pretty contentious at the Best Customs contest as to if it was going to be Kylie or if it was going to be Sasha, which is kind of cool. It's cool to have fresh blood come in and be like, shake it all up. Love it. Yeah, they're very limited. I think she's only doing 1 mold run, and so they're limited to about 40-ish, I believe. So it's not very many. Most people do larger runs than that. But because they're so big and complicated, you kind of got to go with what you got. Lime green pony is fantastic, and they are all done with Sharpies. So it's a Sharpie base, and then she goes over it with colored pencil and things, I believe, which is very, very cool. So Brenda's saying she's hoping to release one every 6 months, which is very cool. I really like the Egyptian Arab because I've mentioned it several times already. One of my first medallions was actually the Kathy Bogoki and Ed Bogoki, the chariot horses medallion. So I've done it in bronze. I don't know where it went. It's somewhere. And it's so cool because you've got the 2 chariot horses and they're done up in like the ancient tack. It's so cool. I really, really like it. I was obsessed with Appaloosas and Arabs and the crosses between the two. When you can have a really pretty Araby looking leopard Appaloosa color. That was my dream horse when I was younger. I didn't want a Frisian. I wanted a leopard Appaloosa Arab. Because you need spicy, spotty things. That's a thing. Let's see. Cross-stitch pattern. Have a cross-stitch pattern of her black Arab print. That's cool, Marcy. I didn't know. Did she sell those? Or did you have it made of her thing? I've seen people there's sites you can go to and you can get them made, which is really neat. Yeah, there's so many cool things on her site. Sands of Time needs to be a medallion. Yes. Says the green print was originally done in Sharpie. Sands of Time is the pattern. Can't wait to start it. Let's see. Working clock in it. That's so cool. Hi, Laura Rocksmith. She did have a clock in the steampunk one, which is crazy. And the whole thing moved. It was a feat of engineering and a work of art, which is what all the BCCs are. So, Egyptian Arabs have my heart. Yes, Egyptian Arabs. You guys are my people. See? This is why we're here. On that note, this was the pony that I went to pick up from my local Briar dealer. It's not really an Egyptian Arab, but we'll segue anyway. It's fine. Because I wanted to pick it out in person. I also got 2 boleros because I wanted to make sure I got one that didn't have a whole bunch of flaws. And I've had some very kind people that have said that if I get a whole bunch of flawed ones, if my 2 are flawed, critically flawed, that they have one that's nice that they'll trade to me. So you guys are just amazing because I need to have one for my herd. But I'm sure between the 2, I'll be fine. And then they probably won't leave because I have 2 Steins and I've got more than 2 Firehearts. Yeah, so I picked up this guy. I have an accidental conga of this one. I have Eek. I have the Pinto. I have, as I look around to see what I've got, there was another one of these that I had. I might have the original. I think I have the original, and then I have Favriel. Now I have this guy. I can't pass up a good bay. And it was funny because I wanted to pick them out because I didn't trust it. Some of them had giant raccoon eyes. So I'm kind of glad I got to pick it out. And this one had a fleck on his shoulder that I was hoping and praying wasn't a big ding, because you can't sometimes blow in the box enough to get it off. You guys know my problems. We share the problems. But he's super, super cute. And I love that he's got the like Gustra plumy thing on the bottom of his tail. Really, really neat. So, good job, Maggie. I guess Maggie got a cake at Briar West. Hi to everybody at Briar West. I'm not sure what for. It said for her accomplishments. So, as I smack the horse. She's done a whole bunch of cool things for Briar and other companies and hasn't been feeling the best of late. So, hopefully she feels better soon. We have It's Baby, which I really like the little frolicking foal. It's so cute. He'll probably be bodied, but he's so cute. I have another one in leopard Appaloosa that sits on my shelf. And then while I was at the Briar dealer, because I checked online to see if they had stock in stock, because they never let you know when new things are in, even if you're a fan. It's not like they want you to buy stuff. But they had the unicorn set in. So I picked up the boy. And he's got a really weird, dusty gray kind of undertone to him that I wasn't anticipating. I thought that it was just how the photos were done. But it is, in fact, kind of a dusty gray undertone with the purple on top. It's really interesting. I have a couple sets coming from Briar too, because I wanted bodies. Need 2 of everything, why not? And this one does actually have a really gooby foot. You can see they've actually sanded out. Don't look at my eyes. They've sanded out a large chunk of this front foot. So he's in fact a body. Unless the other ones come much nicer, but he's got a messy foot, so he'll get swapped out. And then in that set, it's kind of funny because the only other stallion is the Silver Grayson, right? So there's a whole bunch of mares, and then there's Silver Grayson. And then magically, I'm going to sit him down, both babies happen to be some sort of shade that would correlate to the Fireheart. So he's been busy, and poor Grayson didn't have any luck. I really, really like this color. It's like a burgundy with the purple on top, like the purple blue. It's really, really neat. That color needs to be on bigger things. And then spicy little blue boy. He's got a really neat color. So he doesn't have the same dusty undertone. He's more of a like black with the blue over top, it looks like. Don't get me wrong, the color on the Fireheart's really cool. It's just, I wasn't anticipating. It does weird things to my brain, the gray. I don't know. Then we have our incredible bright pink Croy. And these are all really metallic too. So, and once I get the other 2 sets, if anybody needs the individual guys that aren't the Firehearts, I'm probably going to have a couple of extras. And that's the Prince Charming. I really like this mold. The color's really cool, actually, too. Kind of like a goldy, antique gold. The green's a really nice color. It's got a really foresty, metallic look to it. And then this one's oh, I should show you Grayson closer. Here's Grayson closer. So that's the Heather Puello scooped. Her first one for Briar. And then this one's probably my favorite color out of all of them. And the camera's not going to do it any justice. It is way bluer than it is in person. It's kind of got a really electric-y green blue color to it, the Magnolia. And I adore it. I wish the camera could pick up on what actual color it is. So that's the Sparkling Splendor Unicorn set. Those are all the ones in it. See? Babies are both his. There's no way that he's the daddy. We should play the Who's the Daddy game. That's fun. And we still haven't seen I imagine maybe at some point there might be blind bags. I'm hoping blind bags. But then they're going to be mean like they were with the Alborozo. And it'll be the chase piece is fire hurt because that's just how life works. So, voila. Those are those ponies. Last time you guys got to see Scuttle. So he's not new, but he's hanging out. Saying hi. We have more of these guys going out this week. We are on to... Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up. Kitten is the next batch. Not shipping this week, but shipping next week. So... Pardon my... So mostly Joey is the batch shipping out from the Alps for Scuttle. And then, like I said, once we're through those, we will open them back up again. It might time out for just before Briarfest, depending on how things go. They've got a vacation in there, but there's not very many more batches to ship of him. There were a lot less of him than there were of biters. So, and he is solid cast, which is kind of fun. You can move any of my pieces. You have free reign to move things, cut them off, cut heads off. You're encouraged to do so, in fact. Hair's free reign. The only thing that I ask, as is pretty well standard for all hobbyists, is no reproductions. So no scanning him, no digitally altering him, because that's becoming a thing we have to worry about now, and no recasting in any way, shape, or form. So, yeah. But he's super cute. He's really hard to get photos of because he's all scrambly. I love his little scramble. And I still need to get you guys the picture of him scrambling with all the biters. So fun. And then the whole family together. That just it hasn't happened yet. It is, like I mentioned before, it is Medallion Club shipping chaos. So stickers came in, boxes are all made, things are going in boxes. He has a really cool name and lots of hair, and it'll be super fun. I will be posting the first peek, actually, just after the stream. It's going to be really hard not to give this one away. Anyways, all right, on to the next. So, I also bought a blind bag that I'm going to open. So this was like $10. And I saw it and I went, what? Why is it $10? It's got 3 ponies in it, so that makes me feel a little bit better, and I need him. You guys ever do that where Briar just sucks you in, you need the one, and now, like, you can't even feel this. So I will open that, actually. Need the thing. Ran into my Briar dealer to tell her I designed and did the carousel ornament. So, I had a very embarrassing kind of story about... I went in to grab Rosalie from the local Briar store. And in grabbing Rosalie, I went up to the counter and there was some enthusiastic young ones that were working there. And the dealer that we have close is called Castle Toys, and I used to work there, so I know the owner. And I know the previous owners, and, you know, it's all kind of fun. Oh my goodness, it's full with brown hay! Kind of. So I went and bought the ornaments, and I was like, oh yeah, we made small talk, and I casually brought up the fact that, you know, oh, I do work for this company, and they're like, yeah, whatever. So, the owner does know I did Fireheart, but hasn't had any in stock to really care, because there's been no impact to sales, so it's like, whatever, I don't care. So, this is kind of a weird way to package ponies. I don't think they're actually, nope, they're not wrapped. Alright, we're doing this. I see spots. There's our little stubby-eared Wixom. In kind of a Belgian-y color. I'm not sure that wrapping method is advisable, Briar. They're done in the vinyl plastic, which means you can't prime these guys with normal primer. You have to use something that is safe for softeners. I do. Look at the butt. Oh, it's a baby Wixom. I needed one of those. Oh, come here. Out of the box. And I got the little racing spotty dude. So I believe a latex primer works. I've seen people put a protective layer of dull coat on them before, and I believe might be Tamiya that doesn't react as much. So make sure if you're gonna grab these to paint them that you pick something that, or go do your research on what primers work. And they're a strong enough vinyl that they... No, I need another box! There's no that one. I gotta try again. Curse you, Briar! Then I got a mini Shermie, and he's actually really cute. Because as much as he's kind of wonky, he's Shermie. Look at how much oomph he has. He's so oomphy. I like the fun ones. So on that note, fun things. Let's do that fun thing, and then this fun thing. So, yeah. I'm going to have to buy some more of those, because I need a little rearing guy. Unless somebody gets a little rearing guy and they don't want him, because that's the thing. Let's see. We do need a Clearwear Stablemate Fireheart, and we also need a Clearwear traditional Fireheart. I dream of Fireheart looking like Tortuga. There's Enchanted Equine, I think, doing ink horses, and there's a red one, and I might need to commission a Fireheart because it was dreams of fire and flames, and he is called Fireheart, so that is a requirement. Love the mauve unicorn foal. Yes, Brianna, so nice. Not sure about keeping the pink one. Did you guys, if you guys went to the, so Briar had a tutorial last Briar Fest or the one before, I can't remember, one of the last two virtual Briar Fests, where you could take this, you splatter on resist paint, and then you paint over top of it, and then you pull the resist off, and then those are your spots or your splashes or whatever. You could do that with these, and they would be slightly less obnoxious if you like kind of what's going on, but it's too much, because that's a lot of pink. So any sort of masking fluid, Briar has actually in the past, and probably maybe still does, use like Crisco for their resist, for the crazy like resisty dapples. Yeah, it's a thing. So there's many ways to paint a pony. So I kind of had the idea that if I don't get rid of a whole bunch of them, that I could do something fun like that, because it's nice to do breaks where you're not doing the same thing all the time. I require breaks from biters every once in a while, because otherwise my brain melts. I don't do repetitive art tasks very well. I don't do any repetitive tasks very well. Dishes drives me nuts. Any sort of chore that I have to do repeatedly that never ends drives me absolutely. I like to finish things. There's a dopamine thing. Start, done. Not forever and ever. And when you work on something consistently, like with the biters, it's like, okay, here's the thing, doing the thing, move on to the next. Didn't I just do this? Like, no, not on this one, on that one, but not this one. So it's crazy. So anyways, I'm having to like Jimmy rig my brain and MacGyver it to be able to do all these ponies. But we're doing it. There's less than 100 left. I think we're almost down to 80 to ship. And there's a couple time payments that have lagged, but they're not counted yet because they're not in the ship list. But I'm pretending like it's only 80. Yay! So close. We're almost through. So this gives you some perspective. I only have, I think, 5 more prints to send out, which were only available for a free add-on with the first weekend of orders. So I'm just now getting through that first weekend of orders. For perspective. It's crazy. I appreciate all of you, and your patience is wondrous, and hopefully you love your ponies even more when you get them. But we're switching how we're doing it for the next run, because this was nuts, and potentially no more open editions, because that was me silently screaming. It's very, very challenging. I want to do the new things. I do have new things. They're coming slowly. I've mentioned before that there are 2 new sculptures in the works. One is tack friendly. One is a unicorn, which I told you guys about last time. So cool. Hopefully for Briarfest, one might squeak out before. We'll see how this goes. And then I will have some other things available. I'm working on swag and stickers and fun things. In the mail, I got my Gummy Pony sticker, and it is the most manipulative cat I've ever seen in my life. He's like, I'm wearing my I Heart Mom badge, and I will get whatever I want. So Bryn's not doing it as Gummy Pony stickers, but she is no longer doing all ponies. She is doing a mix of things. So last time it was not a pony, and this time it is also not a pony. Dun, da, da, da. Then I got Northwest Studios. That is my sticker from Northwest Studios. These ones are super, like, thick vinyl. It's really nice. Quite enjoy. Look at the old face. All of my school horses pretty well. I had one bay, and then there was one chestnut named Lloyd, and he had the ugliest face. Poor Lloyd. And he was just so dopey. And other than that, he was chestnut, and I only rode him for, I think, 2 rides, and then I had to switch. And then I got the instructor's horse, because we worked together better. And his name was Gizmo, and he was awesome. But most of my horses that I rode were gray. Fleabit gray or gray, with the 2 exceptions. The Milo, the first lesson horse that I had, was the best thing. He was so sweet, and yeah, I miss him very much. He did not deserve to be a lesson horse in the place that he was at. It was not a very good place to go. We've all heard of those. Speaking of stickers, what should I show you? What would you like to see? I was playing around with my Cricut and making layered vinyl stickers. And you're not going to be able to see the color shift. So this is actually, there you kind of, there we go. So the outside layer is a color shift holographic vinyl. Then there is holographic glitter, and then black. So I'm going to make some of these. I don't know if I'm going to have limited quantities up for sale in the store. I might do that because I think they're fun. You can with these ones just peel them off and apply them like you would a regular sticker, but because they're vinyl, you can also have a strip over top that you pressure apply things to. These are good for outdoors. It is a high quality vinyl meant for whatever. You can put them on your car, and I'm going to do a couple different color options, but I had to do layered because it's trippy. Don't say unicorns. Oh my god. You can do some pretty cool things. So this one you're going to be able to see the color shift on a little bit better. This is not my artwork. It is a purchasable file that I bought because look at it. The zebra is kind of fantastic. And then I did one that I'm going to do some giveaways on the Raver page on Facebook. Yay! And then I'll do some pony flavored ones. This was me testing the idea before I do anything that is kind of more my art, which is kind of fun. And then I do have one more sticker, but I don't know that I'm going to show you guys this time. I'm going to leave it for a special thing for later. It's really cool. It's got some holographic glitter in it, because that might be a thing. I will show you. Then we have things to show next time. We got to save some things for fun. But yeah, super, super fun. And these are good for whatever, water bottles. It's even, oh, you can't see with the light. There we go. It's even kind of pretty with the light on it. I'll have a couple of color options probably, but also really super cool. Those ones will be freebies. I'll give them away in the Raver group, and I might have some limited batches available on the site at some point, because I want to do like a second medallion sale. I have some things I've been poking around, kind of cleaning things up. I'll have some extras of some other artists' artwork. I have a whole crap ton of medallions that I'm probably never going to get to, so I'll probably put some of those up. I had somebody ask last time if I have any seconds of my resins. Not really. There's a couple here and there, but they don't happen too often. I did get some stuff back from MVS, so you might see some things come out in that sale from there. They had a couple of castings and of some various things. I have an Excelsior now. Might have two. Yeah. I think I have a couple of the original Geordies and no Scotties. There's the mini Geordie, the original mini Geordie, not the one that I scanned and shrunk, but the original one that I did. I think those are seconds. Some PIM seconds, and then we'll see what else I can dig up. But I'm going to plan for that maybe next month. March, April, somewhere in there maybe. And then some seconds of medallions. I've had artists ask me to do for the newbies. They want second quality medallions that are in like bundles for a cheap price. So it'd be like a mystery mix of seconds that you get for a good price, and then that allows people to kind of get into the market a little bit easier. So if that's something that you want to see, rock my hole. Because I know deals are always good, right? I like things on sale. So yeah, you'll see some things come out from there. It's raver time. See? Yeah. Colors and music and fun and sound. Let's see. Brain hates repetition. Jody, yes, I agree. Grumpy Corn says mom. It does say mom. See? He's got his mom tattooed on his arm. He's totally like wrapped her around his little claw. Shermie's one of her favorite molds. Yes. We do need a Fireheart Mini Winnie. Brenda, I like Shermie. He's cute. All right. On that note, we are for Bitors. I believe I do. All the unshipped ones just disappeared off my list for a second there. We are on to lobsters. So there's a couple of people that I haven't been able to get a hold of by email to confirm. I can talk. To confirm addresses. But other than that, I think most of the people in lobster have replied. So those will be going out right away here. And then we'll be moving on to Megalodon, which is exciting. We are moving into the tail end of everything. Yeah, and if you are not sure what the heck batch you are in, just send an email and I will let you know where you are in the standings. And I will be posting that peek of our Medallion Club medallion right away here and sending out an email to club members to let you know that there's a peek. Because they are starting. Once we send out the boxes, they usually arrive pretty quickly, so I don't try and do the peeks too far ahead, because then you're like, I want the thing, give me the thing. But you guys will get to see the sticker today and the first peek of the giant head-sized medallion. I don't think there's anything else that I wanted to specifically cover. Other than when I was cleaning, I found this guy. He was in the dregs of my stash. He's so owed. There's a whole bunch of just random things that I never did finish. He was supposed to just be a hairy little pony. Look how bad that leg is. It's not the right angle at all. I do like how his tail swept over his leg, though. That was my favorite thing. And he's got a really cute face. Look at him. His nose is gigantic. But this is one that was meant to be at some point and then just never became a thing. And he's got his one little eye covered. But look at his mouth. He's so pouty. Maybe one day he'll revisit. Normally the ideas kind of recycle. So I'll have the same kind of feeling and spirit of one particular horse and it carries over and keeps revisiting. So I've seen Fireheart in bits and pieces kind of pop up throughout my artistic career. There's been drawings that have kind of been a little bit like him, and then eventually you just get the horse. And then sometimes you get a slightly different variation of that same spirit. It's really, really cool. So this guy will probably revisit at some point. He's not quite Bumble, so I can't say he comes from that, but it's kind of fun. And he's totally 100% epoxy. It's kind of neat. Little chunk of hobby history that maybe never will be. Let's see. Mortal Kombat voice. Finish him. He would need... So there's some points where you just have to abandon a sculpture because this guy would require me to go back in and redo all of him. Because this leg is not right, and his hair is not quite where I would want it to be, and yeah. Do you guys want this finished, or do you want something new and shiny that's even better? Because my skills are... This is probably 8 years old, at least. It's a long time. So, yeah. I could finish this guy and you could have work from 8 years ago, or I could finish the things I'm working on now and you could have work from now, which is much better. Primer stage, round 1, fight! Bumblebutt is fantastic. Baby pony, Thelwell pony. It kind of does look like a Thelwell pony. It's got that like stumpy little fluffy dude look. He is very cute. It's Raven. Its head, I can feel it. Blast from the past. Yes. There are so many cool things. Let's see who else we got. I might make a better version of him. I do have a pony in there that wants out really badly and it's causing a fuss. They like run around all day and fight for my attention. You should see the inside of my head. It's crazy. Yes, on that note, I don't think there's any other peeks or spoilers I was going to tell you for this time. I might do a poll for the performance horse at some point. So the traditional one that I'm working on, and see if you guys have preferences, if you want it just released in a generic mane, or if you want the option to have one we'll do maybe a mold of a different kind of more Western version mane or a different kind of English version mane. I know variations are something that a lot of people are kind of mixed about. I myself am mixed about it. So I will poll and we will see what the people's choice is, because that seems to work really well. And it's kind of fun. So I'm going to let you guys go and go about your Sunday. Thank you for joining me. I will post these peaks soon and then let everybody know on social media and then email for the club and say, hey, peaks are up. And then I will be sending out awesome boxes soon. February 1st is when the club opens back up. So if you see this medallion and you go, oh my God, I need it. I'm going to offer, because I've done this in the past for new members that are joining, there's going to be a limited amount of extras, like extra boxes that we make, that will be available to purchase if you want to join the club. So you can join the club, and then for an additional $50, which covers that box, you can purchase the previous medallion if there's any quantities available left, and then you'll get a box right away and then not have to wait for the whole 2 months to get your first box, which I know sucks. So that'll be an option for this guy as well, and it'll be once you sign up, you'll get an email if there's any extras left that you can buy them. And hopefully we don't run out, because it's super awesome. And then after that, they're going to be available to club members to order an additional copy within that month period. So all of March, club members, if they want more than one of this previous medallion, can order another one for cost, which is the $50. And then once we're done that, we wrap it up. And that's all that are made of that particular medallion, other than any show donations or artists' copies that I'll do. So they won't be available in public sales after that. And it's to keep the value for the members of the club. There's no restrictions or rules on people within the club buying extras to sell. If you wanted to do that, that's fine. It covers your club membership and all the rest of it. But trying to keep it a good place for club members to be, along with your discounts and things. I know with Biter kind of taking over the world, there haven't been a lot of other new releases. So hopefully that kind of helps keep you guys happy. So, alrighty, I will let you guys go. Did I mean March? Did I say March or May? For the club opens up March 1st. Did I say February? I have no idea. The club opens up on the 1st of the month, on odd months. And then it's open for 16 days to kind of keep people in the front end so that we can get all the boxes ready, know how many things we need. I can order all the stickers. Otherwise, it gets complicated. Yeah, it's already really complicated. You guys have no idea how complicated the back end of the club is. I'll just leave it at that. I said February. Cool, because I'm thinking of February currently. Yes, March. I mean March. And then it'll be open for the whole entirety of March for club members to order additional ones if they would like. And then we destroy the molds and we're done. And this guy you're probably going to want more than one of because he's going to look good in all the colors. All right. On that note, I love you all. Hopefully you all get your boleros if you ordered them. I will show mine when I get them. I still don't have tracking. And then hopefully I'll have more peeks for you for next time. And I have a sticker right here. Right there. You can almost see it. Oh, there. That I will show you next time. That's going to be really cool. So, I love you all. I will see you later. Have an awesome Sunday. Be kind, be awesome, and don't feed the trolls. They're on a diet.